Hi guys. Did I sell my NFT? What's the price? Hello, Mr. Mo Money. What kind of looks pretty boring, no? Guys are ready for next phase, next mark. Your NFTs looks anonymous mask hugging a frog. It's poo! Yo, when I last, how you doing? Try to carve a frog out of the NFTs but gave up how much? Only 68. Only 68. It's cheap. I'm selling it cheap right now. Five minutes. 5 minutes is undercutting myself. Okay guys, let me just chill the stream a little bit and we're gonna start with Bitcoin, guys. We're gonna start with Bitcoin. We're gonna try to find a trend line down here somewhere and then we're gonna take it from there, okay? Let me just do this over here. Click here, take this, click that, put it here, paste here, logo versus regular chart thumbnail. Yeah, maybe next time. There we go. Okay guys, how you doing? Let me just remove the stuff up here from the screen. There we go. Okay, we got a clean chart on the screen. How's everybody doing, by the way? Mr. Mo Money, the center plan, Alex. Hola, Mladen, how you doing, man? How you doing? Boom, Tila, good evening. F-Mon, that knock life. Hey brother, cheers from California. Hey man, how you doing? Ise, tjena mannen, tjena. Evening all, evening MBD Financials, Photorealistic Metaverse. The Fat Day Challenge. The knock life, what kind of NFT is that? Hubert, yo. The Fox makes. Guys, ready for next phase of the near market. Near market or bear market? F-Mon, Vanessa, yo, She Nolan is here, Mark Harris, F-Mon, Immortal, nice thumbnail, yeah, nice thumbnail. So, down here, we're gonna try to figure out where the trend line goes up here. We're gonna, you know, figure out whether we're gonna use logarithmic chart or regular chart with that. When it comes to, you know, logarithmic or regular chart, we're gonna talk about that because, you know, I think it's a little bit important, but I cannot figure out, you know, which to use. So I've always used a logarithmic chart, even though I think it might be wrong thing to do. I've used logarithmic chart because I just zoom out so oftentimes, you know, and switching between regular and logarithmic chart, it just makes me go nuts, you know. Joined a few days ago, word every single spent cent. Nice, Alex. But it says you've been, you know, member for 3 months, so. Poker player, yeah, how you doing, guys? How you doing? Okay guys, we're gonna see over here what's happening on Bitcoin right now. What you're gonna see here in the last day or up here, this is a daily chart up here. You see that we actually wicked all the way up to the resistance up here, and right now we are closing, we are very close to closing below the support. So if you manage to actually pump up here above the 29.8, we actually might, you know, recover the failure of this bearish trend towards downside. But if we fail to do that, if we close below 29.8, where is this actually on the dollar? That's around 29,807. This is on Qcoin, but you know, it might differ a little bit. There you go, 29,807. That's exactly the number. So if we can close this candle over here, this daily candle above that level, we might avoid, because over here we create a support, bearish engulfing candle right back below the support. So if we can manage to get above this support today, that's gonna be fine. But if we close below the support, that's gonna be rejection of the support, and we might continue seeing, you know, the moves on the downside, which will be very, very bad, of course, which will be very, very bad. Now on the 4-hour time frame, not much is happening. You can see here we are fighting for this, you know, to regain this level, 2907, 29,807 level. You can see down here we are trying to regain that level. So we went down, you know, create this level up here. We went up here in some kind of rising wedge. We dumped down big time, very fast on the downside. Right now we're trying to climb and get above this level up here. But if we fail to do that today, I'm gonna already call it right now. You know that's very bad. I missed the notification. Let's go. Patch is in the chat. Mic volume is always so low. It's hard to hear even when TV is at 80. What do you mean it's the volume is low, man? The volume is at max. You know, your TV is the problem. Your TV is the problem. I think everybody else hears me well. I think I mean it's at max. Let me see it here. Let me see here. By the way, we are still at 470. I never actually did short waves. I was actually thinking of you know, shorting waves up here at what was it? This is, let's go to 1 hourly chart. Up here like several days, and I was like, nah, it's I got time. I was actually thinking of shorting it down here, and I was like, no, I've got time. You know, I'm gonna go out with kids first, and when I come back, I'm gonna short it, and then it dumped down here. So you know, I'm very late when it comes to, you know, pulling the trigger with the trading. So you know, I'm not all that well good trader. Here you find a dandy. Yeah, let's check it. Let me just check that out just a little bit up here. The late adopter. The late adopter on the screen. How's everybody doing, by the way? Mr. Mo Money, they are up here. This is the, yeah, the sound's fine. The sound's fine. I think it's just on your end, either the TV or the you know, phone that's sending the TV. We know the dates. Yeah, December. We know the dates. We know that. We're looking someone compare the fractal of C19 Deep and the following months with the fractal we've been in past couple of months. Pretty convincing. Interesting. You should probably link me the either the video or the you know, the thread or whatever that is. So right now we are trying to get above this, and we're trying to get above this 29.8 level. If we fail to do that, that would be bad. It already looked like getting rejected over here. If you just look at it small time, 4-hourly time frames, you'll see here we try to get up here, you know, right back down again. We try to get up, right back down again. Bearish engulfing candle over here. Then we stayed below it. On the dollar, we touched this this line. On the dollar, we touched the line, right back down. Then we went above it. We managed to close bearish engulfing candles. So we had the 2 bearish engulfing candles in a row, which are very, very bad, especially when you get then this. So you know, right now we are right over here on the dollar trying to break that resistance. We still got something like 2 hours and 10 minutes left, 2 hours and 10 minutes left on the 4-hourly candle, daily candle, 1-hourly candle, whichever candle you want to look at. So I do not believe that we are gonna manage to do this. I think that this is probably gonna close below this level. When we close below that level, that's gonna be very, very bad, and more downside is definitely to come tomorrow and on you know, Monday. And after that we are still looking at, you know, 29 level up here. That's between 29 and 29.1, and down here at 27 and 28.7 and 28.6 down here. These are 2 very important levels that we need to, you know, that needs to hold if we're gonna, you know, have any kind of chance of going towards up. No, I'm not gonna joke about that. We are not 13-year-olds in here. We're not 13 years old in here, but there is these 2 that needs to, you know, propel us towards up. Doesn't matter how I draw the, you know, the arrow now, it always looks the same. It's always the same. So let's try to find the trend line down here, because there is definitely some kind of trend line over here on the downside. Let's do this on this chart over here. Maybe there is definitely some kind of trend line over here, and you know, I tried finding the trend line, and you know, this looks most probable, like because none of these other are connecting that well. you know, none of these others are connected. This isn't a trend line. This, I mean, this looks very nice, but this is a trend line, but it's very steep trend line. So right now it looks like we are already falling through that, you know, through that line, and it also comes the question whether this is whether we're gonna look at this as you know, logarithmic chart or regular chart. But over here on these small time frames, you know, we have like 20 candles up here. You know, I don't think that matters that much. If we zoom out a little bit up here, it might matter a lot more, you know, especially if you draw some line like over here. I think you can see very nicely over here, draw. This is a regular chart, but if you use logarithmic chart, it's a little bit more on the dollar. I think steeper lines might. So which kind of chart are we gonna use, logarithmic or regular chart? Sunday dump incoming. Yeah, Sunday dump incoming. Let's see what people, what kind of chart do you use? Log, regular, always, log, regular, okay, let's see what people are, what kind of charts are people. I believe in small fake upside this weekend, maybe on weekly close, and then further down next week. How this is gonna play out is a little bit hard to say, but you know, it's definitely looking, you know, I wouldn't say it looks good, guys. I wouldn't say it looks good. So let's continue with chart. So what we're gonna do here, when you have a hard time pulling the correct line, oftentimes, you know, you can zoom out a little bit, and then you can, you know, use small time frame, because you get a lot of more of these wicks, right? So you can see down here, this line is pretty okay. I think this line is pretty okay, slightly bent on the downside, so you know, we might dump down here to the line, do something like this over here, you know, and then drop through the support on the downside. It does look like a nice line though. Log for long term, normal for short term. Consensus 2022 conference. Yeah, about consensus 2022, guys. I remember 2018 consensus is coming up, and everybody's, you know, still very bullish. Oh, consensus is gonna pump the price. Consensus, yeah, you know. And people are there were even then people are talking about, you know, 2017 consensus when it didn't pump the price or something like that, right? So you know, there was not a lot of, you know, optimism when it came to consensus. So I don't have a lot of optimism that, you know, optimism in any shape or form will pump the price, but it might be interesting to see, you know, what kind of, you know, talks they have over there. High time frames and low time frames. I mean, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. Weekend trading can turn on you in a second. I've been burned longing and shorting too many times. Yeah, gotta be careful with these both longs and shorts right now, because right now we don't have a very clear trend. Most YouTubers are bullish because bull market equals more views. It didn't work out, you know. When we were starting dumping down here, I tried to keep the optimism up, right? When we started dumping down here, I tried to keep optimism up, you know, and, you know, everything. But you know, you can see it on YouTube. Like, people just, you know, don't wanna watch the videos. They are very you know, they are very, how are you gonna say, they kind of lost the faith. They are a little bit down. They are depressed. You know, when people are depressed, they don't wanna watch you know, TA videos. If they are not, you know, if they are not part of the TA fans club, if they are not really the fans of technical analysis, they don't wanna watch the videos, guys. So you know, talking about some kind of bullish scenarios and stuff like that over here, just, you know, to keep the views, I don't think that's working out. At least it's not working for me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know, man. But you know, people lost money, so a lot of went out of crypto. Log for stuff that are stretch and irregular for normal moves. Yeah, might be. I would say that any kind of chart, like if you go to the weekly time frame over here, right? And if you use regular time frame, you cannot actually see, you know, draw, you'll get two different lines when you You get to you see here hitting this, but you look at the regulating line, it pulls up all the way up there, right? So you will definitely get a different line when you use this many candles. So this is right now, let's say up here from the, you know, from one side, this is 224 candles. This is 224 candles, but when you zoom in over here, something like this up here, it's only something like, how many candles is this over here? This is only like 20 candles, and these 20 candles, let's find a line that actually, you know, does something. Let's see, this is not, this logarithm, see this logarithm, when you are zoomed in on like 20 candles, look how nicely you get in these hits, you know, you're getting these hits very nicely, but when you, it's still a very big difference, still very big difference, still very big difference. And this is like, you know, you are zoomed in, you know, because the price are way too, you know, I think it needs to be small time frames. Like small time frames, it really does matter, especially if you go to something like 1 hourly time frame. You know, the logarithmic chart versus, you know, it's not that important. It's not that important. I don't think it's that important, especially on the small time frames up here. Yeah, like on the small time frames, it really doesn't matter, right? It really does matter on 1 hourly time frame. It really does matter whether you use, you know, logarithm or regular chart. I would say even 4 hourly, you know, even 4 hourly, although it does move a little bit, you know, it's not, maybe regular should be used up here. Let's see up here. Now the changes are so tiny changes, you know, because this 4 hourly chart. Also, the other thing I noticed when you're using a logarithmic versus regular chart is that the lines that are going, you know, very horizontal, they don't have a lot of impact, but lines that are going very that are very steep between certain levels, they can have an impact. So let's see here, this is a 4 hourly time frame. Now let's be precise. Let's be precise, guys. Let's be precise. Up here somewhere there, let's use this. You see how nicely here it goes right below it and it hits this one up here, and this is a regular chart. Let's use logarithmic chart, and you can see this logarithmic chart, it actually goes through this and all over. So yeah, so maybe small time frames and zoomed in, small time frames, I don't know, guys. Wicked cool, bro. Here's what I gotta know. Does everybody on YouTube seeing everyone say we're in bear market make a bear market? They're on YouTube seeing everyone say we're in bear market makes bear market. I don't think so. I think bear market makes everybody say bear market. I don't think, you know, everybody saying it's bear market makes the bear market. That's what I mean. Yeah. So I'm a little bit, you know, because you see logarithmic regular chart over here, it does act very nicely. Even this, you know, breakout towards the upside up here, you can see how nicely we broke towards the upside, tried to stay above it and then broke down. That's perfectly normal. Hit it on the dollar, hit it on the dollar over here, right? And down here we're hitting on the dollar again, right? So it is very nice line, definitely, right? But when you look at use logarithmic chart, you're not getting that, right? You're not getting it. So maybe, you know, regular chart should be used actually for most things. Even when you go to the weekly time frame up here, even when you go for the weekly time frame, maybe if you're gonna do some kind of analysis on a long-term time frame or something like that, but even on the weekly time frame, I think that, you know, maybe the you see right now we're not actually touching it very nicely down there. Over here it just looks like it went all the way up there. Can you do parabolic moves on this up here? I mean, yeah, you can. How does this look over here? Looks a little bit different, but still, I don't know. I still have to, you know, think about it. But, you know, my conviction has been always that, you know, logarithmic charts, even though I use logarithmic chart a lot, I've been using, you know, for years and years, because it's just easier when you zoom out and zoom in, right? so you don't have to do that. Even though I've been using logarithmic chart for a long time, my conviction has been that logarithmic chart is a scam by you know, stockbrokers that make you lose money. The same way exponential moving average, just, you know, Fibonacci's, Elliott waves, VPVR, you know, horizontal volume stuff, you know, all of these kind of crap stuff are there to make, you know, make you lose in the market. And how are they doing that? Well, when you use exponential moving average, Fibonacci's, you know, maybe even a logarithmic chart, you kind of miss the targets, right? You look at the, you know, 200 exponential moving average, and 200 exponential moving average is nowhere near where the 200 200 exponential moving average. Right now it's down at, you know, 27,000, but, you know, 200 moving average is all the way down at 22,000. You know, sometimes, you know, you do hit these levels, but I think, you know, these exponential moving averages and stuff like that, you know, they're kind of made, you know, made up stuff, you know, just so, you know, you would miss your targets, right? So using you know, using Fibonacci as well when it comes to Fibonacci. Where are my Fibonacci's? Up here, this one up here, right? Using Fibonacci's, you know, although you're not hitting 0.61, you're hitting 0.5 or something like that, and you don't even hit on dollar, you know, going above 0.38, whatever. I mean, these are like fake support and resistance level, right? We want to know support, you know, real support and resistance levels. We want to know real supports on the moving averages. We want to know where, you know, the average on the last 200 days is. We don't want to move it up and down a little bit and stuff like that. So a logarithmic, when it comes to logarithmic chart, I'm not quite sure about that. You know, I still have to, you know, do more drawing on the chart, but log is good for some purposes. I think log is, I'm using log with, you know, great confidence. I've been using it forever, so, you know. Sophie, how you doing, Sophie? Cheers. We're gonna get another weekly red candle. Yeah, that's the big question, guys. That's the big question. Are we gonna get another big red candle up here? What we have to do to get a big, you know, another red candle, we just have to close below this level down here. That's at 29,438, so it's not that far down. We already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10th. This will be 10th red candle in a row, right? And although this looks very bullish, guys, although this looks very bearish, and although I'm more right now pushing toward downside, I'm not quite sure how far down we can actually push this, because you can get a weak, you know, you can get some kind of double bottom up here, right? Some kind of double bottom here, and then it just bounce right up here. You might actually hold even this support on these moving averages. See, you managed to bounce up here. You maybe might even hold this and then bounce towards the upside. There is definitely probability for it, but bearishness right now is pretty strong. What do you think about Heikin-Ashi candle? I never used it. I know people are using this, but, you know, I don't use it. You know, I don't see how I can get, you know, benefit from this in any shape, way, or form. At least not the way that I do, you know, technical analysis. So, you know, people are following, you know, the red trend, the green trend. You know, I'm not quite sure how to use it. You know, that's the big thing. Also, I'm not quite sure how the candles are made. I never actually went into it. You know, and from what I've seen, beside Alessio Restani and some weird guy here or there, I don't see a lot of people using Heikin-Ashi. You know, CryptoPhase is using Heikin-Ashi, but his analysis based on, you know, whether he's gonna buy or sell, you know, has to do with indicators and not actually, you know, the patterns and the trend lines and support and resistance lines. So, now we like our green and red ones, guys. We like our green and red ones. I hope you drop to 24. I hope you drop to 22. So this you know, this last drop, are we gonna get the last drop, guys? Like we said, we are looking for, you know, everything has been going according to plan. Everything is right now, you know, still in the, you know, pretty much. We still got right now it's 15. We got 9 days left, guys. We got 9 days left. 10 with today we got, you know, but we got 9 days left, guys. We got 9 days left. 9 bars left. That's 9 days left until we get to the bottom down here. So I'm guessing next week is gonna be dump week. So you know, that's what I'm expecting. One last dump, famous last words. Yeah, famous last word, unfortunately, but we don't have any volume. Bears and bulls are holding back. Very sketchy, but we don't have any volume pairs. Tila, have you closed that BTC short or is it still open? I never had a BTC short. I had a... No, I didn't close the BTC short. I got stopped out because I'm gonna show you up here. Let me go a little bit more into time frames up here. So we shorted, you know, up here, but then, you know, and this went up and everything was looking fine, and then went down here, and then we said I'm just gonna put a stop loss up here, and you see what happened with my, you know, my stop loss, and you see what happened after that. The move towards downside. So my stop loss got me out though. My stop loss got me out. We lost $0.8. We lost 0.8 after fees. We lost 0.8 bucks. So you know, there's that. But this week towards the upside got me out. You know, maybe you know. So we need to work on our stop losses. WTF are fins? I don't know. Trendline adopter. Trendline adopter. Staking both sets and finis. What finis? Well, yeah, okay, I understand what WTF are finis. Well, these prices are still relatively low. Have a little bit of dry powder waiting on the sidelines, just in case there is another major capitulation, which I will scale into. Yeah, it might be, you know, dollar cost averaging right now, the way I see it, you know, there will definitely, the way I see it, there will definitely be another bull market. There is absolutely no question about it. The question is just how low we're gonna push everything down before we get into accumulation phase. And you know, I already think that accumulation phase already started up here. The accumulation phase started on this dump down here. I think it's already going on. I think we might get another move towards downside and continue this accumulation phase for a little while before we actually continue towards the upside. That's just my, you know, my theory, but you know, my theory, you know, it's a long-term theory, so we're gonna see how this actually plays out. Right now, I'm a little bit, you know, until this daily close, you know, I'm not gonna say anything right now. I am bearish, but you know, if this daily close right now managed to get above these levels up here, we still got 1 hour and 50 minutes left. Then we're gonna talk about, you know, how well we are, you know, playing out. So right now you see here we are trying to do the same thing up here. We broke up, right back down again, right? We are breaking up again, trying to break up there. Let's see if there are any kind of lines up here that can actually help us determine whether we are, you know, this is. There are three very nice touches. 1, 2, 3. This is the hourly candle, so it means nothing because we still got 50 minutes left on this one. On the bottom side there is some kind of rising stuff going on up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 touches, so it's very nice. So this looks like ascending triangle. These ascending triangles can be reversal patterns, guys. Ascending triangles can be reversal patterns. I explained to you before, and one of the most famous, you know, we have to go back to that. One of the most famous ascending triangles came down here. There was some kind of line up here, right? And there was this bottom line down there, right? So you can see right here, ascending triangle over here. Yeah, you know, ascending triangle up here that actually pushed us towards the upside. This restarted, you know, this was after capitulation, but this is one, you know, what I would call the most famous ascending triangle on Bitcoin chart. And right now we are having this ascending triangle as well on the downside, but it's on the low time frame though. Unfortunately, it's not daily time frame, it's hourly time frame. But we are still breaking towards the upside with this move. So you know, it's all good so far. We're gonna see how far actually up we can actually get with this move, and you know how this is gonna play out eventually. So it looks nice. It looks nice. Let's go to the 4 hourly time frame. 4 hourly time frame only hitting this 20 moving average. daily time frame, just, you know, it's not still not above all the moving averages. I think we need to wait for the daily candle to close. That's gonna be in, you know, 1 hour and 48 minutes right now, and after that we're gonna be a little bit more you know, more wise. Link is flying 8% up right now. Yeah, Link is flying 8% up right now. There is some kind of trend line up here. It's breaking the trend line towards the upside. Still not you know, done. 1 hour and 48 minutes. We need to wait, guys. We need to wait for some kind of confirmation, something, some bullishness, right? Also, this move needs to break this resistance line. There is another resistance line up here. You know, it needs to break all kinds of resistance lines to be, you know, bullish again. But, you know, it's nice that it is going up 8% right now. It's nice that it is going up 8% right now. Is anything else going up 8%? Mover is up 20% towards the upside. What's up, club? What's up, captain? Welcome to the chat. Tila, I've been logging and shorting Opti like a mad woman. Yeah, Optimism is right now big in crypto. They had a airdrop from what I've gathered. And is there a bigger Optimism chart? Let's find out. Optimism chart. So let's see all trades. No, it started on 31st. June 1st, 31st. Yeah, so this is the full chart of Optimism right now. So what can we say about Optimism? I think that you can say that it did have an airdrop. There is no point in, you know, looking for any kind of top up here. This is a trend line. It's not a horizontal line. It should be something like this up here. Does it differ? It's such a small move, such small. I think this line is a lot nicer up here. You can see here. Can we get? No. I think this line is nicer, and the bottom line should be somewhere around down there. I mean, it does have these nice hits over here, but it doesn't touches this one though. Maybe, but it goes way too deep into this corner up here. So I'm not quite sure about that. Maybe it's something like this, because, you know, it does have really nice touches, but it's not symmetrical. What do we have? This 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. We got nothing on the indicators down here. Just wait early. Let's see the volume up here. The volume of Binance been going down up here. It's been going down inside this consolidation pattern. The volume should go down. It is going down right now. It's, you know, the volume is really low, so some kind of big move should happen soon. It looks like it's at the top of the triangle, so it can actually pop towards the upside up here right now, because, you know, it is kind of going up here, down here, but the overall, you know, the volume is actually, you know, losing speed while it's consolidating up here. Could you say that it's 1 hour time frame? Let's see some other charts up here. It's on Qcoin as well, but don't have that much data. Let's see somewhere else. Coinbase. What happened with Coinbase, man? Started at 3. They dumped big time on Coinbase. But here as well, the same kind of volume up here. There was a lot of volume up here, little volume down there. The volume is low, but that, you know, the volume should go down when you are going to consolidation. Any kind of consolidation doesn't matter what kind of consolidation, whether that's a rising wedge or a triangle, or, you know, any consolidation or a channel up here. You know, the volume should go down. The volume is going down during consolidation, this consolidation phase, and the question right now is where it's going to break out. Looks like it's managed, it managed to climb very nicely out of these moving averages towards the upside up here. So I think it just might pop towards the upside. Is volume no, this is Polkadot. I don't think they have Optimism on Bybit. Yeah, they have Optimism. See new. They get on Bybit. I'm gonna long this on Bybit, guys. It doesn't seem correct, this one up here. Can do this one. It's 1 hourly time frame, so it looks like it's already breaking towards the upside. Resistance up here on one right now, trying to close that. 43 minutes left. It looks like it wants to go up here. It looks like it wants to go up there. Let's look at a 4 hourly time frame. It's above 10 moving average up here very nicely. Bullish engulfing candle, over here, very nice. Up here as well, bullish engulfing candle up here. It looks more bullish than bearish. It looks more bullish than bearish. So now let's go to the daily time frame. Up there, and the bottom sun down there. So this should be first very important support and resistance levels down here and up there. Although we did, break the downside, we closed down at 123, and up here we closed at 154. So right now on this move towards the upside, it just might go all the way up there. It's only like 7% towards the upside, but you take what you get. You take what you get, right? Time to snipe a short. I just said it's gonna go up and you wanna short it. Yeah, you can leverage trade or on Qcoin. Yeah, that as well. Bigger candle on it. I found sell walls and buy walls to be good short-term indicator. I don't look at buy and sell walls. I explained this before. I think it's really sketchy to look at buy and sell walls because it costs you $0 to move the to change the market, or to remove the walls. Watch, as soon as you buy it, it will go down. You guys think it will go down? Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, but we're gonna do the chart from. Can we do the Bybit chart? Oh, it's not yet up here. What do we say? Coinbase. Coinbase had the most data, right? Okay, so let's try to go more 5 minutes up here. It's just been ranging up here. You can even say that it's going in some kind of rising wedge up here. If it breaks this rising wedge towards the upside, right? If it breaks this right, down here, it would be nice. If it goes again down here, then we're gonna long it, right? Because we are hoping for the, we are hoping it's bullish and it's gonna break this rising wedge towards the upside and continue towards the upside, right? Longer trade, long it, sure, but you don't think it may stay in that triangle a little bit longer? I mean, it might do that. Like, this over here looks like a rising wedge though. This looks like a rising wedge though. But the triangle depends on how you draw the triangle, right? It looks like you already broke out the triangle. This didn't break out the triangle. This is breakout of the trend. It looks nice. Can we use does it matter whether we use the logarithmic or regular chart over here? Nah, it's all the same. It has nice touches up here. So it looks like you already broke it up here in this rising wedge. Now breaking rising wedge towards the upside is a very bullish move. Can you check Alice, please? Izam! Yes, man. Of course I can check Alice. Alice. Where is Alice? There is Alice. 522. Yeah, it's still consolidating. It's still following what Bitcoin is doing. we are having higher highs up here, of course, higher highs and higher lows as well. So all good, and then it is going above this 10-20 moving average. This on the daily time frame, so we need to see what's gonna happen up here. But Alice is way below the support down here at 3.79. So after the last dump down here, it just went way below the support. So this needs to be considered some kind of resistance up here at 3.8, right? Also this 50 moving average is going to be very important. So I don't know if it's just going to go right up there today, or it's going to go, you know, slowly up here and then, you know, hit the 50 moving average at the same time. It can do both of these things. Of course, it can also drop. Now, I think if Bitcoin drops on the downside, everything is going to drop on the downside. So we're not going to talk about that too much. Resistance line up here as well. Ascending triangle here as well, right? Some kind of, you see this stop up here, hit this, you know, wick up there. Now, right now we're consolidating, so it's really, you know, during any kind of consolidation on anything, it's really hard to say whether it's gonna break, you know, towards the upside or downside. But 3.8 is major resistance, right? And this level up here, I'm gonna, instead of this, I'm gonna use this line up here. If it can get above 3.2, you know, there is probability to go all the way up there, right? But right now this move up here, it's just getting back above this. You see here we went back below 10 move. We tried to get it back up, but it got rejected, closed down. But we are still trying to get it back above 10-20 moving average. So it's just, you know, bulls and bears are fighting right now, you know, to figure out who can actually, you know, push the price in which direction. But if you can manage to stay above it, maybe, just maybe, we might retest this. If we retest this up here, we might continue going towards the upside. Nami, my friend, what's up? Nami's in the chat. Guess who is in the house? I just told you. Thanks. I'm bullish because they announced their new game for this year, My Neighbor Alice. Yeah, we know. I'm following Alice as well. I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you. Now, unfortunately, just because, you know, they have announcements, does not mean that price is gonna pump because of that reason. Waves. I think Wave is hitting a resistance and it's the dump. It did dump, but it didn't dump enough. So this might actually be very bullish for Waves. And Waves from this point on might actually, you know, continue. So if Bitcoin figures out that, you know, it's gonna do what, you know, what Bitcoin is gonna do, if this move over here breaks this resistance right now where it's at, I think this, you know, this recovery up here just might happen. Either all the way up here to the resistance, but if it starts breaking that, you know, who knows. Because right now Wave is kind of bullish for some reason. I don't know why. It did pump like 70% or something like that on the daily time frame, but you can see here we are coming on the dollar on this resistance. So, you know, it might be in a nice place to short this up here. But Bitcoin doing what Bitcoin does, you know, I think the best case scenario right now is wait to see how Bitcoin is gonna do this move up here right now. If we close the daily again, if we close the daily below 29.7 down here, that's gonna be bearish. Being bearish might mean that Waves is also gonna continue being bearish, and since Waves is right now sitting at this resistance up here, it just might, you know, lose the resistance down here on the downside and, you know, continue on the downside again, right? On the other hand, if Bitcoin, you know, becomes bullish, this might actually continue towards the upside up here. So, you know, right now it's decision time. You know, oftentimes right before these daily closes, there's, you know, huge decision times. Stuff is happening on the charts. You know, price is consolidating towards certain, you know, place where it has to break out to do something, right? So, you know, waiting after the daily close is its best time. The same thing goes in stock markets. In stock markets, the most volatility is after the daily close, right? After the daily close, you know, after market and pre-market, because people are, but they're always waiting for the daily close, right? So oftentimes, not oftentimes, always in the mornings when the stock market opens, there's huge amount of volatility because people, you know, have seen what's happened yesterday. They know the new news and whatnot, right? And then the market actually goes. But during the day, the market slows down, volatility goes down. You know, all the trades has been down, so you know, the price is right now stabilizing itself around 1 point, and just be, you know, to see where this is gonna close. Are we gonna manage to push above, you know, certain resistances or below certain supports? And after that, you know, the volatility kicks in again, right? I know you don't believe me, but I expect 35 to 40k. Of course I don't believe you, but I'm gonna say well done, man, if that does happen. What time is not decision time? I don't know, man, but there are definitely times when there is not decision time because of DXY. What is DXY doing right now? DXY is pumping. It technically not pumping. I think over here you'll see that we had the DXY bearish engulfing candle on DXY, which is quite bad, but right now we're coming right back up on this candle up here. So it's still holding this support down here. So this move towards downside, you know, that we are expecting to bounce up here, to bounce up here, to bounce up here. Right now it's bouncing down there. And you know it's still having, you know, needs to break certain levels, you know, to do this move towards the upside up here. But if it continues pumping tomorrow and, you know, next week up here, you know, we might see markets dump more on the downside. Oh my god, bro, look at the OP again. Lol, fine, 50 minutes. No. Did I miss my trade? Did I miss my trade? What are you gonna Coinbase? Nah, it went down a little bit. We're gonna long it. Are we gonna long the wedge on the bottom side, guys? Are we gonna long the wedge on the bottom side? What you guys think? 10-20 moving average up here. It's weak and DXY is doing nothing. Oh, okay. The queen just died. Don't say stuff like that, man. I have to go and check the news, man. Nah, queen didn't die. Absolute long it. Long it too. Volume dies after midnight. Yeah, volume should die right before the daily close. Sorry, that was Gerber baby. Gerber baby. I don't know who Gerber is. So, but the thing is, I think this should be more bearish than bullish because, you know, they had the airdrop. How can airdrop pump the price? I mean, airdrop, you know, you have a sell-off on the airdrop, right? But the question is whether this airdrop actually, you know, play this part. Let's go to CoinCap up here. Rip John Rogan. Don't do that. You know. I should have shorted it. $6 billion market cap. This has to go down, guys. This has to go down. WTF is Optimism. Ethereum scaled. Is this a new new blockchain? That's what a blockchain is to survive. Very few of them check all these boxes. Ethereum is one of them. Open source, secure, permissionless, and decentralized. They got Discord. They got chicken wiki now. Well, chicken governance community about. We pledge to uphold the values of Ethereum by producing infrastructure that promotes the growth and stability of public goods. Here's the optimistic roll-up, unpick optimistic roll testnet, EVM machine, something like that, compatible testnet, alpha mainnet, no mainnet, open mainnet. So they launched in December. Next gen foolproof sharded roll-up, centralized verification, centralized sequencer. I have absolutely no clue what these things means, but they're way ahead of time. So right now, next gen foolproof. Optimism air. How much was the air dropped? Opting a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum that can support all Ethereum dApps instead of running all computation and data on Ethereum network. Optimism puts all transaction data on chain and runs computation off chain. Centralized. Increasing Ethereum transaction per second and decreasing transaction fees. As already guessed in our respect airdrop overview, Optimism announced their launch of the government's token OP, so that's a government's token, and confirmed to airdrop 90% of total supply to early and future Optimism users. Optimism, OP token distribution. Sugar core airdrop 1, 5%. So 19%, that was the airdrop. 5% airdrop number 1, 14 future. So they only airdropped 5%. Figure it's gonna go down to 140. The late streamer. Futures upcoming, so volumes dies were a bit long. Deep Vladimir. She's going down. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's still on the you know, rising wedge should break towards downside, but this went too fast on the downside. I don't think it's gonna break. I don't think it's gonna break. I think we should probably long this. But you see my problem. You know, a normal trader will see this and they will like, "Hey man, I'm just gonna, you know, press, you know, long." And I'm like, I need confirmation. I need confirmation. And when the price is up here, I have enough confirmation. Airstruck pumps the price. Alex has made some of the worst choices in partnership, but it's legit project. One was horrible and unfortunate choice. What did Milana say? You talked about falling wedge that was just broken a bit. No, I have not. What kind of falling wedge time frame? Give me time frame on the falling wedge on the Bitcoin. Four-hour. This one, I wouldn't say this is a falling wedge, and technically it's not broken. Depends on. It is a very steep falling wedge, very weak falling wedge. Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's broken it. I wouldn't say it's broken. Like if you use this down here, which we should use, it looks like he did break it, but you know, maybe using up there these lines. Guys, when it comes to drawing lines, it's very tricky to draw correct lines or to find what is correct line, right? Because it could be this, it could be down here somewhere, right? And technically did a breakout out of it, you know. But if you use the wicks up here, kinda didn't use these wicks up here. You wanna get as many wicks up here, but this looks legit up here. Yeah, this looks legit up here. Looks nice. Looks like it did break, you know, break out of this, you know, sideways kinda. Nah, the fact that it's a little bit steep and it, you know, it's very very wide here and very, you know, it should be something, you know, falling wedges go something like, you know, they are not this wide, number one, but number two, it broke it sideways right here. It's broke right now. It's still going sideways up here. Like Man says, it looks weak to me. This breakout looks weak. In 1 hour time frame, BTC broke falling wedge. That's how I drew it. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe it did. Now, here's the thing, guys. When you break certain lines, you should see some kind of reaction, right? Doesn't have to be volume, because there is no volume up here. It doesn't have to be volume, but you should see some kind of reaction or something like that, breaking the resistance, you know, because, you know, important lines being broken, they make price react. So when you don't see the big reaction, you have to ask yourself, was this very legit line? Because some lines are legit, but you know, they don't, you know, they're not important. And how important can a line be if the price reacts this way, right? So let me show you another line over here. on waves, for example, and you'll see up here, when you have important line, break of that line gives you very important move, right? So some lines are more important than other ones. Maybe there was this, you know, maybe there was some kind of, you know, line up here where we actually broke up a little bit towards downside. It might be first, but it's not the line. It's not the line. It might be important line, but it's not the line, right? So over here, it is very nice line, and it did break some kind of trend up here, right? It did break some kind of trend up here on small time frames, 1 hourly time frames, right? But it's not important. It's not important. That's what I'm trying to say. Now it might turn into important if it, you know, manages to pump and stuff like that, you know, and gets above other resistances, because there are definitely other lines on the chart. But waves bullish flag 4 hours. As you say, you can move the breach anytime. Only you are seeing a breakout. What breakout? That's because of weakness of the chart. We got 35 list. Guys, waves bullish. I don't know about waves, man. I think it can pump towards the upside, but like we said over here, I think this needs to, you know, it needs to break this line. This line is, I think this line is very legit. I think it needs to break this line up here to test the top up here. But if Bitcoin decides to do the bearish move, I think this can just go below the support down here and continue on the downside. And continue on the downside, right? On the other hand, if it does break towards the upside, if Bitcoin does, you know, make bullish move, it might go all the way up here to the top, right? So there are options how this can actually play out. Wave entry soon. Good evening, TL Crew. Good evening, Sputnik. How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Let's see how people have actually answered. Right now we got 90 people answering the poll that we had about logarithmic versus regular charts. And what kind of charts they use? Most people use regular charts, regular always 46%, log and regular 27%, and only 26% are using log always, like me. So I'm in the 26 part down there. So yeah. Not quite sure, you know, I think I'm using the wrong thing. I gotta admit that. I think I'm using the wrong thing, but I do not know, man. I think I'm just way too used, you know. I think the same thing with people that are using Fibonacci. They are way too used to using Fibonacci, just, you know, give up the Fibonacci. So there might be something like that, right? Let's go to OP. OP broke towards downside. Oh. Captain, you were right, Captain. So Bit's going to dump now. Now we gotta ask Captain. Captain is better trader than me. Captain, you, man. We should have shorted up here. Fibs, Elliott waves, etc. Till I check OP for long entry. Are you still short? No, we didn't. Like down here, it could be some kind of fake breakout, something like that. But you know, these things usually break to downside. Right now, it did break to downside, so there is no bullishness. The fact that it is confirming this move toward downside does seem to be bearish. Let's try to draw better lines. Maybe the lines are still holding. Yeah, the lines are still holding. You can always redraw the lines, guys. You can always redraw lines. But you know, this line up here, you can see the reaction. You know, important line. You get reaction. When you break a line and you don't get reaction, you gotta ask yourself what's up. Captain, sorry. Yeah, I really wanted to. Yeah, but you probably didn't, because you know I came in and I said it's gonna go up. I'm sorry about that, but never listen to me. I'm emotionally unstable. She can buy nothing with you, alright. Yeah, when she doesn't look at my show, you know, she probably, you know, does a lot better. But as soon as, you know, I come, you know, and then it's kind of, this isn't financial advice. Of course, it's not financial advice. No worries, bro. Emotional damage, lol. Emotional damage. Yeah, it's okay. Bitcoin still got 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'm not gonna stream for 1 hour 40 minutes. I'm gonna go and make NFTs. I'm gonna go and do, where is the NFT stuff here? There we go. This is my NFT, guys. This is my NFT. Buy my NFT, guys. Buy my. You can discuss what this is actually. You know, whether this is a poop or a frog. I don't know. I thought I was drawing the poop, but people are saying it's a frog. You know, so there's that. I do much better with you. Couldn't make an NFT. Yeah, why not? Everybody's making NFTs. Let's you know, why shouldn't I make an NFT? I got a plan, guys. I got a plan. 10,000 NFTs. I'm gonna make 1,000 NFTs a day. You know, after 10 days, I got 10,000 NFTs. Just put it out there. Tell people I buy the NFTs. You know, I get rich. You know, why should I do this trading stuff and you know investing stuff and wait 3 years when I can just make a couple of poop NFTs and you know become rich? Poop encased in ebony. It's def a third. So yeah, we gotta say thank you to the Jewel from the Telegram channel, the immortal here on the YouTube, for his wise decision and advice on making the poop NFTs. Guy is sleeping back, holding cup art. Screw all this legit trading stuff and you can just mint out. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go do something else, like you know these NFT stuff. Shows you other NFTs. Other NFTs, let me see up here. Other NFTs. I mean, it's not a lot better than what you have, what you're seeing right over here, man. It's not a lot better what you're seeing up here. There we go. It's a bird. Immortal said, you know, Arabs like birds. So I was like, yeah, I can draw a bird, no problem. You know, it's a bird with the feet, you know. It's a sad little bird, I don't know. Maybe you're gonna call it Jack. This is Jack. Buy Jack, guys, buy Jack. Only 1 Ethereum right now. You're gonna be throwing crypto yacht parties with gorgeous babes and whatnot. Yeah, why not, why not? Only for TF Fans Club members, right? Only for TF Fans Club members, why not? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna do, you know, Bitcoin. There is no Bitcoin there, but there will probably be Bitcoin video tomorrow, you know, once this actually happens. If something big happens, there will be an emergency video like always. I'm truly like this one. Yeah. There you go. Am I broken? I think everybody's broken. Everybody's sad for birds, man. Okay, guys, see you around. Bye-bye. Are we gonna shield the stuff? Yeah, we're gonna shield the stuff. Bye-bye.